Mr. Strickland.
All right, real quick questions. Can you give me the actual numbers with respect to the winning bid, the second and third?
Yes, I can, and I have the MaxCent bid here in front of me, and this is what they turned in, and it says that the MWBE subcontractor is 30% of the total bid price as negotiated.
Now that was answered to something else earlier.
The bid numbers?
You can give me the bid numbers then. First, second, third bid numbers.
The low bid was $2,487,929.72.
And that was Dynamic?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The second low bid was Clarion, and I will give you their bid amount and their bid amount with the local bidding preference credit.
Sure.
The bid amount is $2,681,651.
That translates to what?
With the local, and I'm sorry, say that again.
What's that translate to a local bid?
The local bidding preference number, or with the credit, is $2,547,568.50.
And then the third place?
The third one is CDA MaxCent.
CDA?
C as in cat, D as in dog, A as in animal.
And is that the group that has it now? Yes. Okay.
And CDA MaxCent's bid was $2,810,044.80. And with the local bidding preference, it was $2,669,542.56.
And the bidding process revolved around price and minority participation.
If they were a qualified bidder, and we had 5 companies that were pre-qualified that did submit bids.
And how are they qualified?
I'll let Joselle explain that process.
They're qualified based on experience, the experience of their firm, the type of contracts that they currently have, the supervisory personnel that they have within their firms.
Is the wage of a security guard important to the quality of the security guard? Is there a relation between the wage paid and the quality received?
There could be. One of the people that spoke on behalf of MaxCent at the committee meeting today made the statement that the contract security guards at MLGW were the highest paid security guards in Shelby County. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the statement that was made.
And what you're saying is, or one of the things you said was, you cannot set a minimum hourly rate because of the state law.
We can only require minimum wage, nothing above that.
And I guess my question is, I understand everyone's argument, but if we turn this down, I'm wondering where it leads us. They issue another bid, and we're sort of in the same situation. So I guess I don't know the long-term answer to this issue. Thank you.
I think the long-term answer is to try to get the state legislature to get rid of the law that they put upon us.
Thank you, Mr. Strickland. Mr. Morrison.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And kind of what Councilman Strickland is talking about is kind of where I'm at. I don't know where the wheel stops, but I would say this, going through the bid process, whatever that is, lowest best bid, I think the other issue that I have to think about is everyone applauds how we need to pay more money, we need to do this, we need to do that, and I agree with that, as long as this council is ready to raise rates. Because they're charged with managing the fiscal responsibilities of MOG&W, keeping rates low, making sure they manage the ratepayers' monies well. We're in charge of making sure they do that. But we're arguing that you shouldn't take the best bid in the interest of the ratepayers, because we should pay more money, but we don't want to raise rates. I don't know how you can do both those things. So I'm confused on where you go with that. And being that I worked my way through college working for a security company, I'll answer Mr. Strickland's question. You do get a better security officer when you pay more money. You just do. We had accounts that were dreamed accounts that pay 14 and 15 bucks an hour, and we had dream accounts or accounts that paid $7 or $8 an hour that no one wanted to go to. So you do get a better person at a higher rate. And I agree with what almost every member up here has said, that we are protecting utilities, we are protecting folks, and this time and age, it's certainly important. But I do think that you have to think about, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If we're going to pay more wages, when Memphis Light Gas and Water comes and says, here's what we're doing and this is how much it's costing, then we start arguing about a rate increase because, well, don't you have enough money already? So, I mean, and I agree with President Collins that we do need to lobby for the living wage ordinance, because, quite frankly, that was my ordinance that we passed when I got here. So the state was very targeting us when they did that, and everyone in the state knows it, and that's what they did. But until we have that, there are the rules of the law that you have to follow. There are rules for the RFP, the seal bid process. I do it in the job I have outside of here. And kind of what Councilman Strickland said, if we sit here and reject this and say, go do it again, I don't really know what changes. Because I've heard that everyone was going to lower the rate, apparently, so there was going to be a rate change no matter who won the contract. Even the ones that have it now were going to lower the rate. I mean, that's what was said. Everybody was going to lower the rate. Because we don't have the living wage ordinance, that's how you win the contracts. So, again, I don't know where we want to go, and I'm personally fine voting no on this and sending it back out, but I think we're all sitting here in a month from now with the same thing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Mr. Boyd.